San Diego State basketball last night. They beat Point Loma Nazarene 71-51. They could have been more, but San Diego State, I think they realized, I think Point Loma Nazarene's a D2 opponent. They did realize, like, this is an opportunity to get some of our bench players playing here, get Heidi some playing time, get DeMarshe Johnson, he didn't play very much, but get some of these bench guys at least some minutes in this game. When you're up by 20 late, it's like, okay, let's get Ladie out of there. Let's get some of these guys out of there. Trammell coming back from the injury, right? Let's get some of these guys out of there. So Ladie has 15 points. He has 13 rebounds. He had a double-double, I think, at halftime. I was watching this game, and I was like, wow, okay. So Point Loma Nazarene, they came out, scrappy at the beginning, and it was kind of close there. But at halftime, 41-26, and I was like, okay, let's put away this game and then give playing time to guys that probably won't get a ton of playing time here at the end. And at the end of the season, near the end of the season. Jay Powell got 14 minutes. And then guys more at the end of the bench. B.J. Davis, DeMarshe Johnson Jr., Miles Bird played. He plays still, but not a ton of minutes. They got Miles Heidi in there, obviously. So they got some guys in there, which was good. Ton of guys played last night. Parrish, 25 minutes. Butler, 28 minutes. Ladie, 29. So all those guys, those core guys, Reese Waters, 23. Elijah Saunders, 22. Those guys were starters. They got over 20 minutes, and then, Trammell got 25. Then you hand it over. What I really wanted to hit on here was San Diego State continuing to not be ranked. If we go look at the AP top 25 right now, they continue to not be ranked despite having only one loss, that one loss coming to BYU, who is ranked. And so it's pretty much a joke right now in the AP top 25. It doesn't matter, but it still gets me worked up because, it's nice to have a number next to your name when you're watching these games, right? So Purdue, Arizona, Marquette, UConn, Kansas, Houston, Duke, Miami, Baylor, Tennessee, Gonzaga, Kentucky. Okay. But then I see FAU. And yes, they were a Final Four team this past year. So was San Diego State. San Diego State's not ranked. Florida Atlantic, they lost to Bryant. They're 5-1. Okay? And do they have a ranked win? Yes. They beat Texas A&M, I believe. But they lost to Bryant, and they're still ranked. There's Texas A&M, there's Creighton, Texas, North Carolina, Villanova, BYU, okay, they're undefeated, ranked. Colorado State, okay, ranked. Mississippi State, excuse me. James Madison, Alabama, Illinois, Oklahoma. I just watched Oklahoma at the Rady Children's Invitational. Good team, okay. It was a close game. They with USC, they won there at the end there to win that championship, that couple-day tournament. Okay. Illinois, Big Ten, 5-1, okay. But it's like, who are you taking out? Okay, I'm taking out FAU. San Diego State, they've got a good basketball team. They have some good wins. They went on a neutral court and beat Washington. They beat St. Mary's, who is supposed to be at the top of their conference this season, at least preseason. That's what it was. Their one loss wasn't even a bad loss. It was at a ranked BYU team. It's hard to win games at BYU. They've beaten Cal State Fullerton, who I think they were a tournament team this past year, right? They beat them. And I know, yes, they played Point Loma Nazarene. Well, the rankings came out before they played last night. Washington, they beat Cal. I shouldn't say that Cal's like this big resume. They're not a great team. But Long Beach State, they beat Fullerton. They've got some good wins here. And the Washington win, they had back-to-back overtime victories. Like, that's pretty hard to do, right? And I know those opportunities that they had there, like they should have won those games in regulation, make some shots in the second half and all that. But tired legs, being able to get the wins both times in overtime, I think that's pretty impressive. And again, it's not like they've lost a couple of games. Their one loss was to BYU, and it was by less than 10 points on the road. And oh, guess what? Darren Trammell, he played 7 minutes in the game. He was just coming back. And it's the beginning of the season. If this loss would have happened later in the year, what would this have meant to San Diego State? Or if San Diego State would have been undefeated and they would have lost to BYU, yesterday, would they be ranked still? Maybe. I hope they would be ranked. It is not that big of a deal, but it's just something where it's like, man, give the Aztecs their respect. This team just made it to the championship game, and nope, one loss at a ranked BYU team on the road. You're not even fully healthy. You've got a lot of new players. Yep, nope. That's enough to get you unranked.